Neon is the best public art project ever. It completely expresses the neighborhood that it's in.
For generations of Vancouver residents, Woodward's on Hastings Street was the central destination for people making trips downtown.
Every Saturday afternoon in the 30s, my family, who lived in Marple, would drive down to Woodward's to do Saturday afternoon shopping. And then we'd have dinner at Woodward's. Then we would walk down to what was known as Pantages Theatre in those days and see these wonderful vaudeville shows.
They did everything. They delivered your groceries and the travel agents and furniture, and there wasn't anything you couldn't do at Woodward's. So it was a pretty exciting place.
But when Charles Woodward first opened the Woodward store at Hastings and Abbott in 1902, Hastings was hardly a bustling downtown strip.
Hastings was actually quite a backwater at that time. Woodward's was even, friends made jokes about the fact that he'd bought swampland on Hastings at Abbott. But really in 1907, when the BC Electric moved the main streetcar line from Cordova Street to Hastings, that's when Hastings Street takes over as the main commercial street on that spine off of Granville.
Hastings Street transformed after the 1907 arrival of the interurban streetcar station at Hastings and Carroll. The interurban brought thousands of people to the area each day. Formerly a lonely boondock street, Hastings sprang to life. Businesses and vaudeville theaters started to line the strip in response to the influx of people. Soon, local business owners were looking for new, flashy ways to advertise their services. By the 1920s, neon signs arrived in Vancouver.
Previous advertising was done with light bulbs that flickered on and off. They were very mechanical signs. They were actually quite noisy as signs, so they click, click, click of the light bulbs. And here comes this light source that glows. And it glows in such a way that it's hard to classify how that light works. It throws light around, it's got a constant color, and people stare at it. They love just looking at the light.
What was exciting, I think, about the neon was the fact that none of us thought it had anything to do with electricity. Somehow they colored the air and put air through those things. I mean, that was what most of us as kids thought.
When new neon signs were erected, they put advertisements in the newspaper to say, come and see this sign being turned on. Major signs were major events.
The neon signs installed on Hastings Street in the 1930s, 40s, and 50s were emblematic of the bustling local businesses that defined the strip as a cultural and commercial hotspot. The iconic Woodward's W was installed in 1955. The bright red letter could be seen for miles around.
The health of Hastings Street and all the other retailers was tied to Woodward's existence. So there's a real history to that W. It's a part of our skyline, but also a part of sort of the zeitgeist of the community and a symbol of really sort of an important social and economic anchor.